When is the best time to go to Walt Disney World Resort in Orlando, Florida? Well, there are a lot of factors to consider when planning your next or maybe even your very first Walt Disney World vacation. First off, I just want to say that I'm by no means an expert here. I just want to share my thoughts, my own experiences, and my opinions on what I think. There are much more qualified people out there, and there are channels dedicated to this kind of thing. For example, DFB Guide, also known as Disney Food Blog. They're an amazing YouTube channel. They literally live and breathe Disney World every single day. That's one of the best channels out there for all Walt Disney World Resort things. However, if you want someone else's opinion, then welcome to today's video. I'm from the UK, so I'll be talking as a UK traveler here. When I'm discussing the weather, I'll be talking about degrees Celsius, not Fahrenheit. And the travel companies I'll be mentioning are from the UK. So, without further ado, let's begin. Ultimately, there is no right answer here when it comes to when is the best time to go Walt Disney World Resort in Florida. It's purely personal preference and individual circumstances. However, there are still, in my opinion, numerous factors to take into consideration. I've been lucky enough to go to Disney World Resort Florida 4 times in my life, twice as a child and then twice as an adult with my wife. As a child, it was in August in the school summer holidays. That was both times. And then in 2019, we went in June. And then the very last time we went was November 2024. And to be honest, in my opinion, I would recommend that anybody go in November. Now, please allow me to explain this in this video. I'm going to break things down into weather, busy times of year, any holiday specifics that you want to see and do while you're in Florida, and then finally travel agent packages and deals. First off is the weather. Florida is a tropical climate, so it can get very hot and humid year round. Hurricane season, from my research, is officially from June the 1st to November 20th. Each year, however, they seem to be more prevalent in the Orlando area between August and September. As I say, we did our own research, and ultimately, people say the best time to go for weather, depending on what you want to do. We were told it was November due to the fact that you don't get that pure heat and the humidity of the summer. Although it was quite warm when we went in November, it was quite pleasant. From what I can remember, we had some hot days, which was about 30 degrees. Then the temperature varied between 23 to 27 degrees Celsius. We went for 2 weeks. The holiday started in the second week of November. During the second week, it went slightly cooler in the mornings and then cooler in the evenings. When it was cold in the morning, by the afternoons it had warmed up again, so it was fine, even if you had to take a light jacket with you first thing in the morning to the theme parks. Another thing about the weather in November is that there is significantly less rainfall. That was something that I felt very strongly about. I always do when I go on holiday, because living in the UK, all it seems to do is pretty much rain all the time. So I like to kind of plan my holiday and get a break from rainy weather. Again, you can't 100% plan for this, obviously, because the weather's changing all the time. But we had about 2 hours of rain the entire 2 weeks holiday that we were there, and it was sunny the rest of the time. So we were quite lucky, really. And in November, the time that we went, the weather was rather nice. Next to consider is the busier times of year. So any school holiday periods, any time running up to and close to Halloween, Christmas, any public and American public holidays. It can be busier than usual. That goes without saying that ultimately it can get busy at any time, especially during the weekends. But again, in November for us, during the week, we found the theme parks to be very quiet and the rides actually had very little wait times. I would advise Magic Kingdom during the week to avoid those massive weekend crowds. We went to Magic Kingdom on a Tuesday in our first week, and most of the rides had very short wait times. Again, mostly between 10 and 15 minutes, and that included Space Mountain, Big Thunder Mountain, and the Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger spin. The most we ever waited for a ride in the entire 2 weeks was about 2 hours for Avatar's Flight of Passage in Animal Kingdom. But during the second week, we went on that ride again and only waited 30 minutes. So if you time it right, you won't be waiting long. And of course, it varies, of course, from the time to time in the day as well, from a day on a day-to-day basis. Always check the My Disney Experience app on your smartphone for the latest updated ride and show wait times. Next, you've got to ask yourself, is there anything specific that you would like to do while you're at Disney World? Any specific events, for example? So around Halloween, there's Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, which runs on select evenings from the beginning of August all the way up to October 31st. And then there is Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, which runs on select nights from early November up until December 20th. The closer you get, obviously, to Halloween and Christmas, the busier these events will be. So it might be worth considering planning around that. So, for example, maybe your job doesn't allow you to get time off in December, but you're a big lover of Christmas. This was another major bonus for us about going in November. We attended Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party on the second select night of the year, and it was incredible. It gave us a chance to experience the Christmas side of Disney as we were unable to go in December, and it wasn't busy at all. It was a really good time to go to the Christmas party. All the theme parks as well are decorated for Christmas from early November all the way through. So that's another bonus about not just going to the Christmas party, but seeing all the theme parks decorated for the holiday season. Next is travel agent packages. Now, of course, you can always book and arrange a holiday yourself. However, if it's your first time, I would highly recommend booking through your local travel agent. Now, every time we fly to the US, we've booked our holiday through Virgin Atlantic, but I've known people to book with TUI as well. Each one has the pros and cons. That's down to your own research as well. Disney are constantly putting vacation packages and holiday offers out there, so it's important to check with your local travel agent for what is the best deal. For example, your package might include 14-day park tickets for the price of seven, free Disney dining plan, or money off the dining plan, some sort of dining credit. Last time we went in November, we got the 14-day park tickets at the price of seven. We got $500 dining credit to use at all the Disney restaurants, a quick service meal plan, and I think we got $200 gift card as well. So the package that we got was absolutely incredible. We were really lucky to get that package because most, like, all our meals were essentially covered by the package, and as long as you make all your meal reservations on the My Disney Experience app 60 days in advance, you won't have a problem getting those reservations for those restaurants that you are desperate to try. But again, your travel agent will explain all this, especially if it's your first time. They will ask you, is it your first time? You say yes. They will, that's what they're there to do. That's what they're paid for. They'll tell you everything about Disney, how the app works, how making your reservations work. They are really amazing at that sort of thing. Going in November again, we managed to book all our restaurants because it was generally not busy. So we got all our restaurants that we wanted to try, which is another bonus, of course. But I hope this video is a little helpful in helping you plan your next Disney World vacation, or maybe even your first. It's all about researching to find the best fit for you. What works for you might not work for others, and I've just provided some key factors that I think are important to consider when booking or planning your next Disney vacation. And most importantly, I hope you have the best time. I hope you have the most amazing time at Walt Disney World. It's an absolutely amazing place. And for those people that say the magic of Disney is gone, I completely disagree. I think it's still the most magical time that you could ever have on your holiday. So I hope this video was helpful, guys. Please let me know in the comments below what you think and what you do to plan your Disney holiday. That would be great to hear. Please subscribe to my channel, guys. Thank you for all the um, new subscribers and the constant support. I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys soon.